Hello, everybody. We are live. We are live. Like, I'm trying to sing. Hey, today's live broadcast is the topic is time management and goals. Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining me. How are you doing? We're going live. We're streaming live on three platforms on Instagram, on page, and on YouTube. I just like saying it, y'all. Y'all, listen, your girl is rocking. That's the word t-shirt. It is available. Support your girl. Support more trainings just like this by going to bit.ly/, that's a word T. That's bit.ly/ that's a word T. I have this t-shirt in different colors. It's unisex. So buy one for you, buy one for your kids, buy one for your husband. Buy. Anyway, so let's get into it. We're talking about time management and goals. Hello, everyone joining me. How are you doing? Time management. So continue to watch. Make sure you follow, invite everybody you know, okay? Everybody, tell them they need to watch this broadcast because it's McKeever Mondays. My name is Jackie McKeever, and we are live. Okay, enough foolishness. I want to introduce myself. Besides me telling you about my t-shirts, my name is Jackie. I like to call myself the coaching consultant, or my title that I use is life and business coach. What I specifically do is I help busy women. Okay. My whole YouTube channel is devoted toward busy women. So, anyway, I help women go from merely surviving to thriving in the areas of personal development, personal finance, and business. Because one of the reasons why we open up our businesses is so we can do things with our personal life. Okay. So, like spend more time with family, get rid of those sorry 9 to 5 jobs and do something that we really love and or we enjoy. Now, I provide not only coaching but consulting. I It's my goal to just educate women, to give them the information of my over 20 years experience training, providing for others and motivating them to do more and be more. Okay, that's what I'm all about. Anyway, let's get into this lesson. Y'all ready? You're ready. Are you ready? Okay, so we're talking about time management and goal setting. Okay, so I'm not going to take y'all all the way through the spiel about what time management is and what goal setting is. I mean, those of you who don't know what goal setting is, and you'd be surprised, many people you think would know what goal setting is, but they really don't understand or comprehend how to do it more effectively. And what makes me, hey, thank you. What makes me a expert when it comes to that, child, if I told you how my schedule looked in a week, you would be like, man, she is a great steward of time. Anyway, so I put my little notes today. Instead of using my handy, I do have my notebook, but instead of using my handy dandy notebook, I actually put some of my notes on a sticky note because I wanted you to see that generally on my notebook, unless I have like a whole bunch of details, like if I'm giving you a whole bunch of definitions, or I'm giving you some actual terminology that I want you to understand, that I find it may be a little bit complex. And so I want to break them down. So I may write details in my notebook so that I can make sure that I address them. But 9 times out of 10, this has to do with planning and time management and goals. 9 times out of 10, majority of the time, I just have bullets on it. And so I put it on a sticky note just so y'all can see that I write bullets. And so you say, well, Jackie, where's the rest of it come? It comes from my spirit. It comes from my heart. It just comes out from experience, because one of the things I want to remind you, when you're doing something you love, it's easy to talk about the things you love. It's just like if you have this old Ford, let's say you have a 1978 Ford Mustang, okay? 5-speed Ford Mustang. And you love the thing, you're going to talk about it and talk about it. You're going to learn so much about it that it comes easy to really describe parts of it. So I just talk about what I know, and I talk about what I've learned. Okay, so let's get deeper into it. So this week, for on my social media, I've been posting things about goals. One of the reasons why I posted something about goals, because starting in February, I was thinking of doing a challenge. Okay, we're rushing toward setting goals. We're rushing toward 1K. Okay, so I was thinking about doing a challenge for the people, for busy people just like you. So I wanted to set the scene. This is part of time management or goal setting, so that I can provide you information. I'm providing you information or education so that when we get in these challenges, I won't have to re-explain those things, because we already went over the fundamentals of rushing to the 1K or whatever the goal is, goal setting. But anyway, I'll talk more about that later. But when you create a goal, it's okay. So the difference between a goal and a dream: with a goal, you have desired results, you plan, and you execute the plan. So it's three parts to goal setting. Number one, a desired result. Number two, you put a plan to it. Number three, you execute the plan to achieve it. Now, if you don't have those three elements, you're just dreaming. And this is my profound professional opinion. You are just dreaming. It becomes a goal when you create a plan. I'm going to say it again. When you create a plan, when you have a desired result. Number two, you create a plan and you execute the plan to achieve the plan. These are goals. Now, in your plan, or you're achieving your plan, you want to be focused on time management. Now, time management is a big factor when it comes to taking your dream and making it into a goal. And because you have to have specific measurements in order for it to be a smart goal. Okay, but let's talk about so one of the tools, I'm going to tell y'all some tools that I use for time management. Now, there are several tools that you can use. You can use Google, because Google has a scheduler. It's a great scheduler. You set it, you can use it on your phone. It'll set alarms, ring your alarms, do your reminders and things. I use that. I actually use multiple ones. Okay, you can purchase my goal budgeting goal budgeting journal. And right now, while supplies last, it's a virtual tool that you can send to the printer and you can print off, and it takes you through 6 months to help you to plan, because the end goal results, it's a budget that you can work with, a budget that you can use and achieve whatever the goal is when you start working and plan. And you see this page says break down and keep it 80%, because I practice the 80% rule. So at times you're going to hear me talk about the 80% rule. But anyway, so it takes you 6 months. you're planning daily, you're doing monthly agendas, and you're also doing weekly agendas, not in that order. Because it's important that we be sensitive to we are sensitive to what needs to be done in order to achieve the goal. You can also even use the handy dandy notebook. Okay. The handy dandy notebook, if you, depending on what type of person you are, because it's important that you learn what your flow is and you operate according to what your flow is. Okay. So if your flow is to write everything down in your handy dandy notebook. Now these are PowerPoints for another class. But anyway, your handy dandy notebook and write times. And I love notebook that has I dropped my notebook. That has section dividers. A lot of times I like to get college lines, college rules notebooks, because I feel like when I write in them, I got more lines and I can put more stuff in it. But I like them when they have these dividers in there, because I can write this is for this section, this is for that section, and nothing else but that goes in that section. You can purchase one of these planners, right? And eventually I'm gonna have some links down to these planners that'll take you directly to them. And yes, there'll be affiliate links. Okay. But I'll put them at the bottom so that you can get you one of these planners. Now, this is a new planner. I recently started using it this year. I've never used it, but it still serves a good purpose. You have your whole month plan out here. And then toward the back, it has, where you talk about the days and stuff and goals. And then it has a section right here, which I like. I don't necessarily like the way they put where they put them at, because a part of me thinking about taking these pages and putting it in my I know I shouldn't be destroying stuff, but putting it in my binder so that it'll make it easier and put it in the order of my own flow. But anyway, it has like where you can write your goals, because sometimes when we get to work and we forget what our goals are, and we need motivation. Or you could even use something like this. This is something traditional, and I'm just turning to a random page. As you can see, there's nothing on this page because this is like April, and I just turned it to this page just so you could see, and you can stick stuff in it. I just happen to use these methods to get things done. So I don't want to go too far. I was just giving y'all examples of where you can put your schedules at, right? For time management, it's important that you have a schedule. Like you may say, okay, if you're losing weight, for example, you may say Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you're going to work out for a minimum of 30 minutes at the beginning. And then you're going to allow yourself to build up a momentum. And when the 30 minutes start feeling easy, breezy, non sweaty, like nothing, maybe you decide during that period and you figure that it may be like, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks to a month, and it becomes, because you want to give yourself an amount of time so that it can become a habit. You may say, okay, in 3 weeks, or let's say 1 month, and 1 month I'm going to increase my exercise by 15 minutes, right? So you would put it in the planner: Monday, Wednesday, Friday. This is January the 18th. Happy Martin Luther King's birthday, y'all. But anyway, you may say February the 18th, I'm going to increase it by 15 minutes, right? That's time management. We established what the goal was. Our ultimate goal was to lose weight. How we're going to do it, that's part of the plan. We're going to do it by exercising 3 times a week. And then we're going to set ourselves up. And I'm going to go in these 3 top things that you want to do when you're creating. I'm talking about time management and goal setting. When you're creating a goal, the reason why both of them go to, because without the time management, your goals are not SMART goals. They're not measurable. So it's important that we align the two. Okay, so let me talk about the 3 points that I wanted to give you, because I kind of went to the left a little bit. To the left. That's the left. This ain't the left. This the right. Anyway, so the first thing you want to do when you're creating a goal, even before you even start the planning, you want to do a brain dump. If you ever um if you're ever get the opportunity to have me to go to one of my trainings, to have me coach you, to teach, I love teaching. So just to let you know, I'm evolving more into teaching because that's what I desire to do. But anyway, you want to do a brain dump. All the things that you can imagine that you want, all the dreams that you have, you want to dump them somewhere. That's why I like, even before I put it in the planner, it goes into my notebook. And it could be random things like, let me give you an example. Like I have a YouTube channel, and my YouTube channel is getting a lot of watched hours, right? One reason is because I do lives on YouTube. So my goals was starting this week. I am going to be posting on YouTube twice a week. So because I want my channel to grow and I want to be able to monetize my YouTube channel. So I had to decide, you know, what I wanted to do. That's one goal. Other goals are I want to be more consistent in other areas. And I'm not going to talk about what those areas are because those aren't important right now. In other areas. So I would write those down. Whatever the wishes or the desires, you want to write them down. You don't want to start off by putting any times or anything. So I would say, check. I want to monetize my YouTube. That's number one. Number two, it may be one of my goals I'm gonna share is drinking more water. That's number two. Number three, another goal is I want to eat less junk food. I want to eat less junk food. And the reason why I brought that up is your goals, they don't have to be real big and grand. They can be something simple and stuff, but it's important that you make those. Now, let me tell you, small and big goals. Because after because you need those victories. You need those victories and those small victories because they keep you motivated. Okay, so after you've done the brain dump with your goals, the next step is to prioritize the goals. Okay, so I gave you 3 goals: drink more water, eat less junk food, and monetize my YouTube channel. Okay, the first step was to do a brain dump. The second step is to prioritize those dreams. Okay, remember, it's not a goal yet because we have not created a plan and we have not executed the plan yet so that we can achieve them. Right now, it's still a dream that we done dumped on the paper. So, number 2 would be to prioritize which ones are important. Okay, so my water drinking is important. Okay, because I don't want to be dehydrated. This is not the time. COVID 19 is still out there. It is still flu season. There's all types of things going on. I'm older, so my health, my health would be important. This is why. So in prioritizing those dreams, you want to ask yourself, why does this fit in number 1 slot? Why does this fit in number 2 slot? Because if it's silly, you can throw it away. Okay. And if the goals that you dump go together, then you can combine it into one goal. You see what I'm saying? But you have to let the play out, not just in your head, but on paper. You want to look at it, thoroughly look at it, and decide which priority. So I would say my water drinking would be number one. So what is number two? Okay, so for me, because I'm operating in my own flow, monetizing YouTube would be number two. Okay, because I don't have because my next goal is to eat less snacks. I can't get more snacks or any snacks at that point if I don't make any money. Okay, so I so and in a sense, thinking about it, I won't even have the money to pay the water bill so I can drink more water if I don't make more money. So maybe I might decide when I'm writing, instead of putting the monetized YouTube as number two, maybe I would put them number one. So number one would be first, operating my flow, monetizing YouTube. Number two would be drinking more water, because drinking more water is really simple. Okay. And then number three would be eating less snacks. Okay. So I prioritize my goal. The next step, which is number three. Okay. The next step, number one was do a brain dump. Number two was to prioritize according to the importance of each dream. Prioritize. I'm just putting a number and stuff, scribbling. I just had a thought. I had it right down. I'm sorry. Y'all know this is live. So, when I get thoughts, I have to, especially if it's a good idea. Anyway, so number two was prioritize the dreams. Now, remember, until we create a plan behind it, it's just a dream, it's not a goal. Okay, so number three, this is when we start to build our plan. This is where the planning comes in. So, in the planning, this is where we put more details about it. We decide whether they're long term goals, meaning, it takes more than a year. Okay, takes more than a year. Whether they're short term goals, whether it just takes 3 months or so, a week, 3 weeks, or whatever to do it, or whether they're like intermittent, which means that they're not short term, they take up to a year to do. That's like intermittent to me. Some people may say it's 6 months, but whatever. And then the longer term goals is goals that take more than a year. And so I want to go in more detail. So for the let's talk about the YouTube. So I mentioned prior to talking more about time management and goal setting that I plan on posting to YouTube twice a week. And the reason why I'm doing YouTube is because I want to monetize YouTube. I want to have more subscribers, right? Because with more subscribers, I can monetize the YouTube. I'll be able to have that extra source of income and still provide a service, right? To tell people, make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell for more videos like this so you don't miss a thing. And for Instagram, follow me on Instagram at route or root, depending on where you are, the number two victory. And the same thing with Facebook. Facebook, my name is, my business page is, you can find me at the Jackie McKeever. And simple as that, right? So we use that would be that would be making it that goal more, making it from just a dream to a goal, because I established that I was going, what I was going to do to achieve that dream. Okay, I added a timeline. No, this is like a long-term goal. It could take up to a year or more, a year or more than, it can take up more than a year to get to where my YouTube is monetized, right? So this is a long-term goal. How am I going to achieve that goal? So I will be posting twice a week. So how would I make sure that I'm posting? So one post a week will be a live, because I want to maintain my watch hours. And the other one may be a recorded post, or I may do two posts, right? I want to, and the reason why I did not decide whether to just do um, two posts, two live posts, is because I know I have a really busy schedule and I want to be able to be consistent. So it's easier for me to be consistent if I'm operating with my flow during that season, right? During the season. So for this season, it's easier for me to go live once a week and then post another day. So I would look at my schedule. I'm just telling you, look at my schedule and see when I can post live. Well, Mondays are McKeever Mondays. I'm going live on Instagram and Facebook anyway. So it makes more sense. Go ahead and go live on YouTube anyway, or either post on YouTube on that McKeever Monday, because I'm already recording. Okay, that's operating in my flow, because I'm turning that dream that was a dream for step 1, step 2. Number 3 is the planning. Begin to plan. Plan. Now, once we add planning to it, which is an element, I gave you 3 elements. First, you have a desired outcome. Number 2, you have a plan to achieve the results, and you execute the plan to win, okay, to achieve the results. So, number 1 is you have a desired results. You have a dream, okay? Number 2, you have a plan. You have a plan, and number 3, you execute the plan. Now, if you have those 3, you have a goal. If you don't have those 3, it is not a goal, it's just a dream. So right now we're in the planning stage. We have the desire, which is to monetize YouTube, to drink more water, to reduce the snacks. The plan is to go 2 times a week on YouTube on Monday and Friday. I'm recording. So, okay. So, okay. Y'all, sorry about that. Y'all know we live and things happen when you go live. Okay, I'm almost done because my time is almost up. Okay, so we've created plans toward it, like the water. We may, to add to the water, I may say, okay, I'm going to drink 64 ounces a day. That's the goal. Up to 64 ounces, and a minimum of 24 ounces for the first 3 weeks of the month, the rest of the month, or this period that I'm planning, right? So that's my goal, and I measure that by making sure I don't have my cup here, that I have a cup or some type of way of measuring it. I put an amount. Okay, I could even if I feel like it, which I'm not going to do, is I can even put times. I could even say, okay, I have all this water done by 3 p.m. or 6 p.m. because I don't want to be peeing all night, and I want to make it more realistic and operate operate according to my flow, my body flow, because I don't have time to be peeing all night. That's with the water. And with the snacks, I can say, okay, I'm going to reduce. And the snacks that I was talking about is like the cookies and stuff. Y'all know we've been in the house, the cookies and the candy. Like I don't really um side note, I mostly eat the sugary things that I've been eating lately is like cookies. Sometimes I eat chocolate certain times a month. That's too much information, but I do. But anyway, but the cookies is the thing that I've been consuming a lot and that I want to reduce, right? And so, in order to achieve that, what I mean is you want to make sure that it's defined. So, I mean, unhealthy snacks is the thing that I'm going to reduce. So, in my planning, I say, okay, I'm not going to say no snacks at all. Good evening, Keisha. No snacks at all. To make it work within my flow, I said reduce. Maybe I reduce it by, okay, if I buy this cookie package, I'm going to not eat more than a serving a week. Or maybe, okay, like my chips, for instance. Now, okay, I love chips. I love popcorn. Okay, there's certain snacks I got to have. So instead of just totally restricting it, I allowed myself to have chips twice a week. Okay, and generally they're the beginning of the week, like Sunday or Monday. Sunday and Monday is usually the days. I don't have any more chips because I'm gonna tell you the truth, shame the devil. So my boyfriend, first of all, I didn't have any chips, and my boyfriend had some chips. So yesterday, because it was my chip day, I ate his chips. I know I'm wrong. I should not be. I'm publicly admitting while he was at work, I ate his chips, and I felt guilty about it. So after I had ate them all up, after I ate them all up, I texted him and I was like, I'm sorry, I ate all your chips. You still got another can of Pringles, but I ate one of them because I was hungry. anyway, so in your planning, which is I'm gonna take you to the next step. The next step is it's simple. It's just the execution. Okay. It's part of the execution. So, in order for you to execute the goals, it's important that you set yourself up for a win. So, number one was the brain dump. Number two was prioritize the dream. Number three was the plan. Put planning in there and make the planning measurable. Okay. Be more detailed, more specific, whatever it is. That's how you win the goals. And number four is to set yourself up for the win. That's part of the execution part. Okay, so I know that if I have a lots of chips here, I can't buy that variety pack because I would eat all that variety pack. That variety, I would sit there and eat a whole variety pack by myself, probably in a day. Okay, or I would be tempted to eat them all week long. Now, I've already allowed myself to have it twice a week, but I would eat it more than twice a week if I buy a grab bag, okay? Or if I buy a big bag. I'm just going to be thinking about those chips, thinking about how that salt tastes. Keisha said, ever since the first week of January, I drank my last few Mountain Dew soda. Now I'm in it. Now I'm in every since the I haven't been craving. Oh, that is wonderful. Me and my mom started with the challenge with some ladies to lose weight is for 21 days and I've been doing a smoothie. Oh, I should, you know what? I used to do smoothies too. I probably should get back into drinking the smoothies. I mean, I thought about it. I haven't added it to my plan, but that's a good thing. I may do that. I'm in a challenge to lose weight for 21 days. Oh, that is awesome. And then you're not doing it by yourself. That is awesome sauce. That is awesome. But that's good because you set yourself up for the win. And what I mean about that in the execution part is you want to make sure that you find ways to conquer self sabotage. Okay. Like I brought up the chips, and even though I said in the playful way, it's with any goal. Okay. So part of you being consistent, once you get consistent in it, it becomes second nature. But you have to get rid of the things that keep you like trying to be perfectionist, right? So in my journey, do I know? Am I going to slip up here and there? I probably will. Okay. But the most important thing is I have to get back on the horse and keep going and reduce it. Say, hey, I'm not going to do that no more because I love me and I have all these goals. Here's something else that you can do. Y'all heard of vision boards? Well, I have this vision board I made. Oh, this is upside down. Child, forgive me. I have this vision board and all these pictures, they mean something. They mean something. Sometimes we have to take this is the reason why I created this shirt. Sometimes we have to take something that is spiritual or mental and bring something physical to help motivate us to help. Okay, uh for instance, you may put a picture up on your refrigerator to remind you, girl, you trying to look fine next year. Okay, you trying to be fine by the end of the year. Okay, so or a number because it's gonna strike an emotion every time you see it. So whatever that is, set yourself up for success. Counteract the self-sabotage because the thing that stops us from achieving our ultimate desire is the person that we look at every day in the mirror. And your goals don't have to be real big. Like the water goal was a short-term goal. That's something easy I can do. Short term, and in 3 weeks it'll be like second nature. And I could just say, okay, for 3 weeks I'm going to drink at least a minimum of 20 ounces, and my goal is to get up to the 64 ounces. So in 3 weeks or 2 weeks, well, mine is actually 2 weeks, but anyway, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, I'm going to increase it by drinking not just 20 ounces, but 40 ounces and stuff. And then after that, I'll go 21 days, and I'll do 21 days where I'm drinking 40 ounces. And then after that 40 ounce, that 21 days, it'll come second natures. So I'll say, okay, now I'm at the point where I'm used to drinking water. I'm going and I'm able to evaluate, and this would be number 5, evaluate and modify at will, because during that time you may have to modify your goal. You may say, hey, I can't do this. Speaking of water, I can't drink after 6 p.m. because I know if I drink after 6 p.m. I'm gonna be peeing all night. So that means I may have to get up a little early or have me a container of a bottle of water at my bedside. So when I get up early in the morning, I remember to grab that water and start drinking that 17 ounces of water or 16.9. So it's important. This is how you achieve the goal. And time management is all the way in that. So once you achieve in these little things, okay, you're able to conquer anything. So this is all I have for time management and goal setting. Because remember, success starts from the inside and overflows on the outside. So all the success that you see people have, that's part of their overflow. That is their overflow, but it starts on the inside. Okay? It starts internally. So what is it you can do to make your day brighter, one step at a time? That's time management and goal setting in a nutshell. Listen, that's all I have for today. Don't forget to support your girl. Buy a t-shirt, honey. Buy a t-shirt. That's a word. That's a word. It's something profound, something that causes you to do 190 turn, something that causes you to repent, which means to go the other way, to turn away, to do something different, to be inspired, to have that aha moment. That's a word. There is power in words. Okay. I'm going to talk about that some other time. Make sure you go to bit.ly / that's a word T. Bit.ly / that's a word T. The t-shirts only cost $20 plus shipping and handling. So it's simple. Support your girl because I come on here live and I give you free training, and all it costs you is $20. Bit.ly / that's a word. Bye, you all. Until we meet again. Thanks. And make sure you're following me on my business page, The Jackie McKeever, my YouTube at bit.ly / Jackie's YouTube, and on Instagram, Route, depending on what type of what side of the country you're on. The number 2 victory. That's Route 2 victory. Route the number 2 victory. Subscribe, follow, and subscribe. Until we meet again, my name is Jackie. I am a life and business coach, aka the coaching consultant. What I do is I help women. I help women go from merely surviving to thriving in the areas of personal development, personal finances, and business. More next time. Goodbye, and thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing this broadcast. Thank you for liking and commenting on this post. If you'd like to hear more from me, make sure you put it in the comments. Message me about more topics you want to hear. If this helped you, I want to hear about it. Send me a message and let me know that you enjoyed this broadcast. Until we meet again, au revoir. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful week. That's all for McKeever Mondays. Bye, you all.